What the hell is this? Hi guys, don't ask me any questions right now because I did say I'm going to log on in half an hour. That's when I'm going to do some readings, but for now I'm only going to be doing astrology. So don't need to put any comments, don't ask me any questions. I will log out at 11 a.m. and then I will come back on. So don't put any questions, don't ask any questions, don't send any gifts. I'm not asking for anything. I think I put one flower because I've got to set something. Don't ask any questions because I'm not doing my readings just yet. I'm only doing astrology. I did post that I'm going to be on live at 11 a.m. and it's only 10:30. So for this time frame, I'm going to talk astrology only. It says it right there somewhere. Where does it say it? Where does it say it? It says it somewhere. It says it somewhere, but I don't know where it says it. I can't post it up. So don't ask me any questions right now, guys. I'm not doing any readings whatsoever until 11 o'clock. That's in about half an hour. But for now, I'm going to, I will log off from this live that I'm doing right now. And then I will log back on in half an hour to do readings, okay? So I don't expect anyone, I don't need anyone to gift me. You don't have to tap the screen. You don't have to be a member or subscriber. You don't have to do anything. Just, when did you learn numerology? I've been doing numerology since I was in school. DJ. I've always loved numbers. I really started seeing it all my life. Really prominently 11/11 when I was 30 and then going forward. But numerology, I've been doing it all my life. You can add up your number. You find out what your life path is. It is attached to you. That number is assigned to you throughout your life. You can actually add up your birthday, make it down to a single digit. So let's just say, for example, if you tally up your birthday, your date, your month and the year, and it goes to, let's say 15, you have to get that down to a single digit. So 5 plus 1 is 6. That is your life path number. So I've been doing numerology forever. I don't just do tarot, guys. I do everything. Numerology, past lives, everything. So, again, I want to say a big thank you to Kelly White. I love you. I appreciate you. I couldn't do this without you. This is all you, honey. I feel so low and depressed. What is happening in the stars? Well, the good thing about this feeling is that we're all on the same boat. What was my research source, because I'm trying to learn everything. Any books on numerology, I learn everything. I learned about astrology, the placements of the stars, Vedic astrology, Western astrology, all. So I understand. So when I'm talking about, I do Vedic astrology, guys, simply because I just feel like when I do the Western astrology and I do the Vedic astrology, I feel like Vedic astrology just somehow lines up every time to what's going on in my personal life. Also Chinese astrology. I know I'm the monkey. I also know that when you put your time of birth into one of those Chinese astrology charts, I know that I'm an apple tree. So it gives you all of this sort of energy. Serious, the eclipse, is it over yet? Oh God. I just feel like it's not over yet, guys. And I'm so sorry to be the bearer of bad news. But just remember one thing. We're all in it together. So just please remember, guys, I'm a robot. Literally, I feel like I'm on autopilot, repeating the same shit every day. It's taking its toll on you, right? I'm going to give you some advice. You can take it. You don't have to take it. You can watch this. I'm going to repost this live on my YouTube channel so you can watch it again. Hey, sis, you're right. So I understand if everybody's feeling really tumultuous, the energy's off. Please don't ask me any questions at this moment, because I'm only doing Vedic astrology. Come 11 o'clock, I will log off and log on again. So let's talk about what's going on. Crazy energy, yes? And I just want everybody to know here, if you have a religious belief, that's okay. But astrology doesn't give a shit if you have a religious belief. Astrology doesn't care if you're a woman or a man or the color of your damn skin, okay? It's lock yourself in your room, ta-da, that's probably the best thing to do. So this energy is so, you know, I don't even want to say it because it's like, I don't want to co-create it, but it is what it is. Everyone is being affected by it. So let's start. Oh God, guys, I've got like fucking 1, 2, 3, 5 pages. 5 pages of shit. So here we go. So when the planets are in certain star signs or certain planets are amplified, it makes the energy, for a better word, fucked up. It's fucked. It's horrible. Do you mean everyone is more emotional? 100%. Anything that could go wrong will go wrong. Missing documents, the signing of a paper. Somebody, I'm going to call her Dan. She sent me an email. And she was asking me about legalities, and she's asking about money and all of this stuff. And I connected to her brother-in-law on the other side. And she was like, when is this going to happen? I'm like, everything that could go wrong will go wrong. So if there's going to be missing documents, there's going to be like a delay because there's lost papers or shit like that. Literally anything that could go wrong during this time, I promise you it will go wrong. So let's talk about energies and how it's affecting Mother Earth. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that first. So there was a major hurricane, yeah, that came out of the blue in Acapulco. And apparently it was category 5. So Mother Earth is also being affected by it, being affected by the energies, what's going on. Mother Earth reacts on our energy that we amplify out. So if there is war, tumultuous energy, Mother Nature will play up. She will feel our energy, our vibration from every human being walking on Earth, because we're all an energy source, and she is going to respond how what our energies are being sent out. So that major hurricane in Acapulco, again, it came out of the blue. I'll sign back in at 11, so in about half an hour. The mass shooting in Maine, which I heard about. I mean, this is crazy, right? This is crazy. And have you noticed how crazy that means I could be true that my girlfriend had a miscarriage. At least that's what the doctor said. This energy is off. It's off. Everything is off. Anything that will be affected, could be affected, will be affected. Simple as that. So that mass shooting in Maine, I mean, really, I think 18 people lost their lives. Do you see how tumultuous the energy is? It's like, this is supposed to be a scary time. We've got Halloween. This happened during Halloween. You don't even need to dress up scary anymore to see anything scary. All you got to do is put on the news. That's why I don't watch the news, because it just amplifies our anxiety and our stress. I don't watch the news. I watch Friends. And then Matt Chandler passed away on 28th. I mean, I've been watching that guy since I was like 10 years old. I'm 40. I'm 42, sorry. 42. I'm 42 years old. And when I found out that Chandler died, I was like literally crying, because I felt like, that's my guy. Like, what happened? What was going on? I thought these lot were going to be young forever, but I know that's not the case. But it's just shit. So this time period is a very challenging time. We already know that. We are going to have days and weeks of really tough and trying and rough energies here. So let's start with the lunar eclipse that happened on the 28th. This is a very potent eclipse. Not all eclipses are potent. They are to some extent. But this eclipse that just happened is so potent. it is one of the strongest energies during this time frame. The way that the planets are linked up, this eclipse in Vedic astrology happened in Aries. Now let's talk about the planet of Aries. In Greek mythology, which I love to do as well, Aries is the god of war, passion, fire, intensity, energy. It's like the energy sometimes, so I wouldn't be surprised if everything triggers you during this time frame, right? Everything is a trigger. My b-boy is a trigger, okay? Like my cat's a trigger, like he's meowing, meowing, meowing on, what do you want? You want to come in or you want to go out? Everything is a fucking trigger right now for me, everything. So it's like, it's ruled by Mars, okay? Aries is ruled by Mars, which is intense energy, which also has the moon conjunct in Rahu. Rahu and Ketu are shadow planets. So Ra and Ketu are shadow planets. So at this time, Jupiter, which is the largest planet of expansion, it's prosperity, it's about wisdom and spirituality, conjuncts Uranus. Now Uranus is about rebellion and revolution. It's the planet of surprise. So are you surprised all of this shit is happening? Not really. So it is so intense, which when all of those planets are in alignment, it makes everything amplified. It makes everything bigger. So it's too much for my soul. It's too much for my soul, but we're all going through it. I'm like, thank God I'm not alone. Like, I know my people out there, my brothers and my sisters are feeling the same shit as I am, because there's no way I'm feeling this by myself. And I see it in my daughter and my mum and my whole family and friends. I see it in colleagues. It's a lot. So again, Jupiter is the biggest planet. It's about spirituality, it's about wisdom, and Jupiter amplifies as well, makes the energy bigger because it is the biggest, it's one of the biggest planets, right? So also what is happening is we have 4 planets in Libra. Now if we think about the star sign Libra is about truth and justice, the balancing of the scales. It's like really fucking fucked. Okay, so it's like truth and justice. It's about the balancing of energies, because you got it's balanced. That the Libra sign is the scales, which is in Mercury. Mercury is communication and action. Mercury is the planet of mental. So it's like you're going to be all up in your head and you don't know why you're in there, or you know why you're in there, but it's like there's no way you're fixing a certain situation. So it means you got to just go in and let it go. It's that sort of energy with Mercury. So the 4 planets that are in Libra, which is Mercury, communication. And then you got the Sun card, which is would be like the energy of leader of the states. That sort of powerful, potent energy as well. Mars is the planet of war. And then Ketu, the shadow planet, which is the North Node. Ketu, the North Node, is supposed to bring... It's going to bring out the spirituality inside of us. Like everything that goes wrong is happening for us to evolve spiritually. How to deal with certain energies in a spiritual way. I'm not doing any questions right now. I will log off and log on in a second, in about 15 minutes. And then I will do some readings, but I need to do astrology. It's probably going to take longer than 15 minutes. But guys, I'm just letting you know. So when you put all of those energies together, it's like a firework of bullshit. Okay? This is an intense time. Trauma. These are the times where you have to deal with trauma, where you have to look at what you don't need anymore, what is amplifying for you, what did you bury so deep down inside from past energies that you now have to look at. Because I'm not doing any questions right now. Sorry guys, don't ask me any questions at the moment, because you're not going to get any answers. I will log on and do readings later on. Jess, could you pin that up? No readings, just astrology right now. So this is how people are going to get into spiritual alignment. It's really sad that it has to take the death of a loved one. It has to take something to go so wrong. It has to take an illness before we tap into the spiritual part of ourselves. Because when you've got nowhere else to look, the only way you can go is to go inwards. And this is exactly what this time frame represents. How can you do that if you buried your trauma so deep that you don't even remember it? Sit in silence and meditate. You can bury something so deep and you can lock it away in Pandora's box, but you know it's there. Because if your physical body is in pain and you still carry anxiety or trauma and you don't know why you're anxious, why am I having depression and anxiety? I feel like my life is good. That just means that your body is telling you that there's still something inside your physical body, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, that you need to let go of something. So anytime I look back at my traumas, and I've spoken about my traumas and things that I held so for 20 years, being beaten, a violent relationship, what you name it. I don't need to make a list of it. I've already looked at all of that shit. I've looked at it. I've forgiven myself for putting myself in that situation, because that's the most important thing. But most importantly, I forgave the person that did the dirty deed to me, because I can't walk forward in my life with that same fucking story. I'm done with it. It's like it happened. It's no longer here anymore. I can't be bothered to look at it again. I can't be asked. I can't be bothered to be telling the same story. It's like on repeat. I can't be bothered. I forgive you for what you did. It's cool. Stay in your lane. I stay in my lane. I'm good with it. It's what it happened. And I'm glad you did what you did, because, you know, it made me stronger. Do you have a specific meditation? I've done all meditations. Go on YouTube and put chakra meditations, and then it makes you focus on your base chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, and it says go up now to the heart and om it out, man. So it's like anything and anything goes, as long as you're doing something to go inwards. That's good. You're already on the right path. Even if it's 10-minute meditation a day, 10 minutes will evolve into an hour, into 2 hours, and the more you're in meditative state, it's like your internal world, you're so in Zen mode, like you're so in Zen mode, like all of those ascended masters like Jesus Christ, Muhammad, Shiva, Buddha, Krishna, you're going to be so in Zen mode. Your whole world and planet is falling apart, but in your internal world is at peace. And when you can master the peace inside of yourself, everything that happens outside of you don't mean shit. So don't get me wrong, guys. I'm still learning. I'm still doing it. So I tried the shamanic drum and I feel pretty good. Let's talk about shaman drums, yeah, because I still got so much to go through. I don't think it's going to be half an hour, guys. I feel like it's going to be a little bit longer, this conversation that we're having here. I do everything. I got my shaman drum. I've got my singing bowl. These are all helpful things. These are all things that you don't even have to have this equipment. You could go online and listen to, literally, you can put drumming. Drumming. It's like put drumming, because drumming connects you back to the heart source, the soul person that you were. Now, let's keep going. Let's keep going, because frankly, if I don't keep going, I'm going to shoot myself. So yes, this is going to bring up a lot of trauma. On the other side of that, on the other side of that, we've got the planets also in Aries, which is in opposition of Libra, which is Rahu and Jupiter, Uranus. So we have this intense opposing each other. Rahu represents material wealth and going forward. K2 is the planet of spirituality. So they're in opposition. So you can imagine you've got a spiritual planet, and then you've got the other planet, which is about material in the physical world. It's like you're worrying about money, you're worrying about finances, you're worrying about where you're going to live. There's a battle between those two titans within you. So you've got that peace part of you, and then you've got that crazy part of you that goes at loggerheads. And sometimes there's no happy medium here, because you're going against you're going against the grain. And I'll tell you what that is. It's like you've got the mental going against your heart space, your gut, your soul, the spiritual part of who you really are. And ego is so... The ego was supposed to come into the physical body to help us go into fight and flight mode when we are being chased by danger. That's when you go into fight and flight mode. If you stay in fight and flight mode, meaning I'm preparing for the worst case scenario. If the bills come, I'm ready for it. If somebody hurts me or tries to break me, I'm ready for it. That means your energy levels are always up here when it needs to come down. I was in flight and fight mode all of my life until I found meditation 15 years ago, and I got myself into alignment. 31 years old, open heart surgery woke me the fuck up. Now, I'm not perfect. By all means, I'm not perfect. I'm still learning. I'm still going within. I'm still trying. People still test my patience. I mean, I get angry with the neighbor next door because like the way that they park their car is just ridiculous. It's like, hello, like two cars could literally fit in that space. Why are you parking smack dab in the middle and there's a massive gap in front and a massive gap behind? It's like, really, Anna, is this what you're moaning about? But these are the things that trigger me, and it's like, there's no point. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. So again, when you've got those two planets are conjuncting each other, it's a very, because they're opposing each other, it's a very intense energy, right? So there is opposition here. K2's job is to liberate the individual through spirituality. Okay. Additionally, this eclipse occurs in this energy which we call Ashwini, which is focusing on healing. This is why, so when you got all of these planets in alignment, and then you've got the energy of Ashwini, so you've got Mars, you've got the Libra energy, you've got the Sun, you've got all of these Mercury planets in this energy, and then you've got Ashwini, which is the energy of healing. So it's about, what do you need to heal? Look so deep inside of you that you need to bring up and vomit out so you don't have to look at it again. It's getting rid of the old stuff. It's getting rid of the old stuff. That's what that represents. It's about focusing on healing. Going inwards is the best thing to do. Staying in your house if you can. Don't make plans to go out. Like, I'm not going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere, okay? Because every time I went somewhere when the energy was amplified, something goes wrong. I'm talking about arguments with my family. I'm talking about arguments with my family. I'm talking about people triggering me, strangers, all of these people. Everything triggers me. Okay, so if you can help it, don't go anywhere, guys. Stay in. Okay, I know it's Halloween, so happy Halloween to you guys. But I mean, this is a very scary time. Forget Halloween. This is a very scary time. So if you can help it, stay in. This is a good time, again, like I said, not to go out and do something new. That's a no-no. This is also not a time to put your crystals out. Don't do it. Do not make moon water. How long is this eclipse going to last? For a long, long time. We chose to come here in the physical plane to have a physical experience during this time frame. For some reason, guys, your soul and my soul look down at 2023, 2024 and onwards and like, oh, that looks like a fucking interesting time. Let's go and have a human experience. What were we thinking? What were we thinking? So just saying, this is not a time. This is a time that we chose, our souls chose to come in because we wanted to be here during this time frame. It is intense. It is fucking crazy, but we all have a soul blueprint. We crazy. We fucking crazy. Why would we choose to come in during this time frame? But we did, because our souls know what we need to learn. Our souls, what we need. Our souls know what we need for our souls to evolve and grow, so we don't have to come back here to the physical world, yes? Because this is the school world. This is a planet. This is the child planet. This is what they call in astrology the child planet. It's the school playground. So all the other dimensional beings like the aliens, star seeds, crystal children, rainbow children, they're so amplified, they're so pure that the only place that they can be unpure is to come here on the physical plane where everything and anything clearly goes, where we can kill each other off, take out our children. Some people are poor, some people are rich, people are struggling while others are living up life. This is the place where you can feel every fucking emotion that every human being is supposed to feel, because we can't learn these lessons on these other dimensions, because the other dimensions are all lovely. All those other dimensions are amazing. The water dimensions, the cloud, the spiritual, the sky dimensions, these are all. And do I believe in aliens? 100%. And I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in Muhammad. I believe in Buddha and Krishna and Shiva. I believe in all of these energies. I believe in all of these ascended masters and all of these teachers. And all of those teachers have came here on the physical plane to teach us about what? Love. Not killing or hate. Love. Just because they're under a different sort of religion, I know that what I've learned through my experience and my near-death experience is that every religion is supposed to lead to God, which is the source of love. But somehow human beings with their ego has tainted everything and made everyone believe that we had to follow a certain pattern, a certain rule, or we're going to go to hell. Sorry, that's not what I heard when I crossed over to the other side. All religions are right, but and we're supposed to love each other as brothers and sisters. We're supposed to respect each other, but we don't. Oh no, that's not the right way to do it. What you're doing is wrong. It's like, how do you know what I'm doing is wrong? What's right for me is right for me. And when I die, I ain't taking you with me. I'm going by myself. I will take my actions, my words, and my deeds. If I die, I'm not taking your actions, your words, and your deeds. So what does it matter what I do for myself, right? I don't take my mum and my dad and my brothers and my sisters. I don't think so. I'm taking my own shit with me. If it's what I've done in this life is wrong, don't worry. I will get my punishment. But I don't believe that there is that on the other side. You're your own judge and jury is what I saw on the other side. Now, let's go back to the crap, shall we? So going inward is the time. This is not a time to go out. This is also not a time to put out your crystals. The energy of this eclipse is not good. It's not good. They can bring up a lot of turbulent emotions. Putting your crystals out during this time frame or making moon water, not a good thing. I just personally wouldn't do it. If you want to do it, go ahead. But I personally wouldn't do it. At the same time, you've got the planet Saturn. What does Saturn represent? For God's sake. Saturn is about responsibility and discipline. And most importantly, Saturn represents karma. So if we've got Saturn as well aspecting this eclipse, a lot of karmic energy is going to bite you in your ass. Now, let me talk about karma. Everyone is like, oh my God, karma is coming to get me. Listen, let me just correct you right now, okay? Karma is not good or bad. Karma is the balancing of your words, your actions, and your deeds. So let's just say, for example, in a past life, you killed somebody. In this life, something around that arena is going to have to happen to you. It's the balancing of the karmic scales. What you did to somebody will be done to you to level everything out. That's what, that is what the energy is, okay? That is what the energy is. Karma turning into dharma. Dharma is the balance, the good stuff. Karma is the balance of the scales, balance of your words, your deeds, your actions. So when somebody is cruel to you, say nothing. Just heard my guides going, take your own advice, you idiot. Guilty. Guilty. So when somebody, not doing any readings right now, guys, sorry. When I'm going to be here a little bit longer, I know I said 11 o'clock, but I will log off and log back on. When somebody is being horrible to you, and as hard as it is, bite your tongue, say nothing, because I guarantee you that when somebody does something horrible or mean to you, somebody's going to come for them and do it even worse. It's going to be even worse. And who are they going to be thinking about? You. What they said to you. So all I'm saying is, and you get sick, 100%. What is the point of wasting all your energy on that thing that will burn you out? The only person that you're hurting really is yourself. If you really think about it, when you're angry, you're pissed off, you're shouting and screaming, your energy levels are up and you're angry and you want to knock somebody out and you're in fire mode, who are you actually hurting? Because when everything dies down, you're the one that's going to sit there with a heart palpitation, your brain's hurting, you got a headache, your blood pressure's raised. Who are you hurting? Nobody but your damn self. So the best thing to do is shh. Let them talk. Let them burn out their energy. Let them chat shit. You sit there in silence. Sit there in silence and say nothing. I'm still practicing this. My argumentative levels are getting shorter. So I used to argue until the sun don't shine. Until I made my point. Until I have no more life or breath in me and no more blood. And then I'm lying down going, I need to lie down because I've got no energy left. Now my retaliation is gone down to 3 minutes. It's like I say something and then I go, Anna, shh. So I remind myself, what I preach. Practice what you preach, right? So if we've got Saturn, which is the planet of karma, and it's aspecting this energy, and the next, okay, let me start again. At the same time, the Saturn, the planet of karma, is aspecting this eclipse, and also what's attached to this is called, there's a fixed star called Sheridan. Sheridan is a combined energy of Mars and Saturn. So let's just talk about this really quickly. Mars, the planet of Mars, war, action and energy. Saturn, responsibility, discipline, karma. Governs Aries. Saturn is governed by Capricorn. I have a Mars Aries daughter, Mars Aries brother. I am a Capricorn. Saturn and Mars. I'm not doing any questions right now. Don't ask me any questions. So when you've got those two planets at loggerheads, I mean, you guys, if you could be a fly on the wall and watch when me and my daughter have a fight, you'll be eating popcorn going, ooh, what's going to happen next? I want to see what's going to happen next. The way that me and my daughter fight, Mars, the planet of the baby planet, the I sign, me, I love my Aries, but fuck me. So Aries is the I sign, the me sign, the baby of the zodiac sign. And guess what Capricorn is? The father, Saturn, the father of the zodiac sign, the woman that thinks like a man. That's all me. So here's one massive titan, Mars, the energy of war, the war god, with Saturn, the energy of karma, going, let's go. I mean, I literally just had an argument with my daughter just now. And then I can hear my guides going, just flatten out the energy. So I go up to my daughter and I'm like, I love you. And then I walk out of the room. It's just really intense. It's intense. I'm not doing any questions right now. Only astrology. So at the same time, Saturn, the planet of karma, is aspecting this eclipse also next to the fixed star called Sheridan, which is a combined energy of Mars and Saturn, which has a violent nature. No shit, Sherlock. Violent nature. So what's been going on around the world? These killings, this war, the planets erupting. It's all just fucked. So like violent nature to it. Hence the shooting. All that's happening in the world right now. So try not to be impatient during this time frame. How long is this period of lessons going to be? For a while. You're going to have to put your seatbelt on and enjoy the ride, man. So try not to be impatient and impulsive, guys. Impatience and impulsiveness is just, it's not going to serve you well physically, mentally, or spiritually. Do you understand? You got to do what you got to do. But at the end of the day, you're going to have my voice echoing in your head going, why did I do that? Now I feel like shit. I feel really dizzy. I feel like I need to lie down. I can't do it. I've got heart palpitations. I'm having a panic attack. Do you want to experience this shit? No. Impulsiveness and impatientness is not the time. So you have to watch it during this time frame. So what kind of stuff do you have to watch for? The way you drive. I think I'm a fast and furious girl. Yeah, riding in my car. I need to chill out. I need to relax. I already had to do a speeding course because I went 3 miles an hour over the time, like over the 20-mile-hour limit. I mean, really? But I get it. I get it. So watch your driving. Air travel will be challenging. So for any of you lot who are traveling, good luck. Good luck. Because if this energy is so tumultuous, if you don't have to travel, don't do it during this time frame. I say until at least January, February, because the first 13 days of January is really fucked up. It's one of the hardest energies during that time frame. So watch out for driving. Air traveling will be challenging. And let's not forget that Jupiter and Uranus are still in retrograde during this time frame. Mars is aspecting Jupiter fully and Jupiter makes things bigger. So like I said earlier, this energy is going to be amplified. All the good stuff and all the bad stuff are going to be amplified. So everything gets bigger during this time frame. Everything gets bigger during this time frame, okay? There's so many things here, but this ultimately leads to transformation. Your transformation, my transformation, spiritual transformation, the awakening. It changes our consciousness. So we can be in the old world and we can carry on thinking the same way that we've been thinking the past 10 years and nothing has changed, or we can evolve and grow in this energy. The choice is ultimately up to you, because what did God bless everybody with? What is the gift that God has blessed every single human being with? The gift of choice, free will. You can choose to still be angry and pissed off at the situation that happened 20 years ago, or you can choose to forgive, let go, surrender, and move forward. That's the gift that God has given us, the gift of choice. Should I go rob that bank? I really need the money. If I do, I've got to prepare for the consequences. Should I get into this relationship during this time frame? Should I talk about it during this time frame, or should I sit in silence? It's like right now, silence is a good thing. So this violent energy is to make you go inwards, okay? This is about going inwards, to bring peace to yourself and to help others during this time frame. Look at what you have instead of looking at what you don't have during this time frame. Because somebody out there wants what you already have. I know the homeless guy at the end of my street wishes they had a home, clean water to drink, a shower, food in the fridge. I know that there's always somebody out there that wants what you already have, okay? So you are rich. You are rich. Mentally, physically, spiritually, in the physical world. If you already woke up this morning, you're rich. If you woke up this morning and to see another day, you're good to go. This is all good because somebody always wants what you already have. Now, on the 29th to the 30th, Mars, which is already passed, Mars and Mercury also conjunct together, which will bring a very intense time. And on top of that, we have Saturn going direct on the 4th of November. Now, give me 1 second. Who's knocking on my door? So on the 4th of November, okay, Saturn goes direct. When Saturn goes direct, it kind of stands still in the energy. Oh, great. So the karmic energy is standing still. So our karma is going to bite us in the ass whether we like it or not. Everything we've ever done in our lives is all going to come up during this time frame, because again, Saturn goes direct and it's kind of on a standstill, and it's going to be on a standstill for like 3-4 days. And it is going to be intense. So do the best that you can. This is also a very intense energy that can stress out relationships, in relationships on whatever platform. So if you're in a connection right now and everything seems a bit up and down, it's a bit tumultuous, you know why? Okay, so what you need to do, if we're looking at the energy of relationships and why Saturn is here standing still, you got to look at the patterns in your current relationship. What are the patterns? Are you seeing a repeat of situations, of energies, the way that you guys are communicating, whether your family, your lover, your colleagues? But it's about, if you're talking about relationships, you've got to look at this intense energy and look out for the patterns. Where are you getting challenged during this time frame in your connections, in your relationship? This is all about letting go and working through whatever trauma you have so you can rise above it and release it. If you're holding on to things, this is the time to let it go so you can move forward to make changes for yourself. And again, at the end of November, the North and the South Node, North Node, South Node, past and future, are changing signs. And whenever this happens, this brings up a whole other situation, a whole other aspect. So you've got to work on meditation. This is a good time for meditation, walking, yoga. Also watch out for your dreams, guys. Watch out for your dreams. Watch out and pay attention for your dreams, because your dreams are going to be so pretty. It's going to be pretty out there. So if you're having dreams, I swear, the dreams that I'm having, I was in the Simpson world. I'm not joking. And every character in The Simpsons, this is in my dream, was humongous. I'm talking about giants. I'm seeing Homer Simpson, right? And I'm this puny little thing in the Simpson cartoon hiding. And there is this, it was like there was a chasm between the giants and me. So it was like I could see through this glass that separated the giants from me, and I'm trying to hide because I think this giant is going to step, giant Homer Simpson. My dreams are like so fucking out there, it's weird. So pay attention to your dreams. It is going to pretty out there. It's going to be pretty out there, and I'll tell you why. During this time frame, Halloween, I dreamt that a bird was perched on my third eye. That's a good dream. That's a good dream. Your third eye is about to fly off. Wake up. Open up, honey. It's a very good dream. Well, what you can do to remember your dreams, write the thing that you see in your dreams down. I don't care if it's a color or a shape. I don't care if it's a bird. I don't care what you see. If it's blank, if it's a blank thing, it's because your mind is still overactive. So my ex who died keeps on coming to my dream and terrorizing me. There is something that you two need to let go of. So he's terrorizing you. If he's coming into your dreams, there is an aspect or something around this situation or this connection where you need to forgive, surrender, release, and let go. And people always say to me, I've forgiven that person when they crossed over. You know, I haven't forgotten what they've done, but I've forgiven that person. Forgive and forget. It's like you saying I forgive that person, but then still remember having that memory of all the things that they did when they hurt you, the things that were said and done, words left unsaid. This is why they come to you in a dream. They're trying to tell you something. So write down your dreams, because later on it will make sense. So again, your dreams are going to be pretty out there during this time. And the veil is so thin. Okay, the veil is so thin, honey. You're dreaming about your ex or your person. This is the time where when the veils are so thin, you will be getting visited by your loved ones. So don't shit your pants. If you see a shadow at the side of your wall, and don't, the horror movies put a really bad twist on seeing shadows on the wall when really it's just grandma checking in on you. So just letting you know, this is the time frame where you are going to see loved ones. If you think about them, they're going to be with you. So pay attention to your dreams. Don't react, just observe. That's the one thing I'm going to say to you guys. The last thing I'm going to say to you guys before I log off and log on so I can do readings. Observe. Don't react to what's going on in the energies around you. Be an observer. How about that? And don't take your dreams literally. They're only glimpses of your fears sometimes. My girl, I dreamt my girl is cheating on me. So who's the one who has the insecurity here? You. What happens when you keep focusing on these things? You amplify it and you co-create it and you make it happen. Just because you have a dream, somebody said, oh my God, I had a dream that I died. Am I going to die? Usually completely means the opposite. When you dream, I do dreams as well. I've been always looking at dream journals and everything. I've always had a fascination for dreams. I actually had an outer body experience when I was alive, like an outer body experience. Literally. And it was an astral projection. I know about astral traveling. So I had an astral projection one day. I don't even know what my emotions were. I do know that I was facing the north, and I do know that my head was by the window. So energy, what I have learned from all the things that I've done in my life is when I have my bed by the window, doesn't necessarily mean you, but for me, it's like the energy from the window takes my soul out. It's like it's going out the window. It's going to go travel, because we travel every night anyway. But I remember one night I didn't really go far. Now, in this astral projection that I had, I have a mantra that I use every day, all day. And this mantra has come with me in my unconscious world. And that is Michael Raphael Metatron. watch over, protect me, keep me safe. I literally say this while I'm out of my physical body. And because it's something that I do every day, so it's a repeated thing that I do every day, when I in my dream world, those words are still within me. So there was one night, this is in my old house, where I was asleep, but I wasn't. I remember my soul coming out of my body. This is the out of body experience, the astral projection thing. And I remember that as my soul is coming out of my body, I could see my bedroom in black and orange, the Halloween colors. It was really weird. And this was about 5 or 6 years ago. So as I'm astral projecting, I realized that I'm about to slam into my wall. But this, me coming out of my body, it was happening. So this is the wall, and this is me coming out of my body in slow motion. So as I'm mid-air, I can see all these weird shapes in the air. I could see like triangles. I could see shapes like this, triangles. I could see waves in my peripheral vision. This is my astral projection. And I can see that all these things are happening around me, and I could feel my soul about to slam into the wall. So what do? I scream for my mum. Now remember, I'm astral projecting, right? So in my mind, I'm screaming. Mom, I'm about to slam into the wall. Help me. She ain't getting up. My mum ain't getting up. And I'm screaming for my mother. And she's not waking up to help me from slamming into this wall. But then I remember I said, Michael, Raphael, I was like, please, God, get me back into my body. And slammed right back into my body. You know when you wake up, you know when you are sleeping and then you go like that? That means your soul has just entered in your body in a way. It's like it's pulled you back from your cord to slam you back in your... And that is what happened to me. Insane. Now, I'll tell you what the weirdest thing was. I went to the room and I said to my mum, did you not hear me call you? And she's like, no, I heard nothing. It was pure silence and quiet. I was screaming for you to come help me. And the only way I got out of this thing from slamming was when I called on God and the angels. Because as soon as I called them unconsciously in that energy as an astral projection, I slammed back into my body. I realized the power of that divine source. If you are having a dialogue with the divine source, your angels and your guides, I'm telling you now, they will save you, help you, intervene in some weird and crazy way. And I'm telling you, you'll be slammed right back into your body. So it's like, even to the point where I'll do the sign of the cross, like just with my tongue on the top, the bridge of my mouth, like just the top of my, just doing the sign of the cross, like in my sleep, in the astral project, just to get me back here, I will do that. It's like whatever connection you have to a divine source on the other side that is of pure love, that is the source you call upon. That's the source that will save you, that can save you. It's the craziest thing. Have you ever heard about those people who get into a car accident? The car is totaled, smashed, and then they go, how the hell did you survive that car accident when where you're sitting has been completely crushed? And it is because your guardian angel, your loved one, has just wrapped their wings, their arms around you and put you in some energetic bubble where when the car gets smashed, you're still surviving and alive. It makes no sense, right? It's crazy, but it's true. It happens. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. Now, those of you who know about astral travel, who feel like you wake up in the morning, have you woke up in the morning and you feel really, really tired? It's like you've just been to the gym. It's like, oh, I can't get up. Why do I feel so heavy? It's because your body's been traveling all over, making plans. You see, it's the physical body that needs to go to sleep. The body needs to sleep. The body gets tired. This is the reason why they sleep. But then you just explained my whole life, Kimmy. So you're an astral projector, sweetheart. Fear will co-create little minions. So I remember my nephew saying, Auntie, I had an astral projection. I saw a horrible gremlin. And I go, because your fear governs your astral projection. You leave in your physical body and you went into the fear energy. And then you saw a gremlin with these big eyes and these little ears, these horny things. And he was like, I was shitting in my pants. And I was like, how do I get back into my body? I have a lot of people that email me saying, Anna, I couldn't get into my body and I felt like there was something holding me down. Let me talk about that. Once you bring fear into that, what happens is your soul hasn't caught up to your physical body. So your soul is still traveling outside. You're awake, but your soul hasn't fully connected to your physical body. And then the mind will start to go, oh my God, something's pinning me down. It's evil. It's an evil entity. It really isn't that, guys. It's just that your soul hasn't yet reached the physical body. You're awake, but you're not fully in. Make sense? How are you even alive right now? If your soul wasn't in the physical body, you ain't going nowhere. This is going to be an empty vehicle, right? It's like you can't start your car unless your body gets into the car, turns on the engine and makes the move. So when your soul is not fully in your body, you're awake and you'll feel like, oh my God, once you get into the fear state, that's when you start to manifest the gremlins, you know, the dark shadows. And it's like, it's all you, because you are the co-creator here in the unconscious world, the physical world. You co-create everything you sense, you feel, you fear, you love, the joy. That's what you co-create. When you do get into that position, just calm your state of mind, calm your soul. Your soul is always protected by the higher source. You are untouchable. Because if you are connected to that divine source of God, nothing, not even the devil, can touch you. You understand? The devil has reign all over here in the physical world, which is why we got war, killing, rapists, pedophiles. The war has reign here. The devil has reign here in the physical world. That's why anything goes here in the physical world. And remember, guys, like energy attracts like energy. So ask yourself, are you a cunt? Are you a fucking asshole? Are you a horrible person? Are you a judgmental person? Do you say horrible things to people and mean it? Do you say horrible things, or do you say horrible things and later on go, shit, I shouldn't have said that. Why did I do it? I regret it. You know who you are. So go ask yourself, are you a horrible person? Are you a nice person? Because I guarantee you, if you are a motherfucker in life and you are horrible and you are cruel, like energy attracts like energy. So when my soul leaves my body and I'm a cruel motherfucker and I was horrible and I was rude and I hurt everyone's feelings, so I don't give a fuck about you because you're beneath me, what entities do you think is going to attach to you? What entities do you think you're going to link to? Tell me. Or are you a loving source? Are you somebody that's of love? That doesn't, I don't want to judge you. Who am I to judge what you believe in, what your religion is? Who am I? Who am I to judge you? You're my brother, you're my sister. What you do is what you do. It's all good. Who am I to judge you and what you believe in and what you say? I get people in here going to me, you need to repent to Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in Buddha. I do. I believe in all of those things, because all of them, those ascended masters, those souls that have found peace within, they're all sources of love. They have to come in different forms and different shapes for different religions. All good, but it's still that connection to God. So God will pick those masters. That's so true. Sadly, horrible people don't accept. They are horrible. And they're in denial. I'm not going to tell my father, who's a Jehovah's Witness, that what he believes in is wrong. I'm not going to tell my brother, who's a converted Muslim for 20 years, that what he believes in is wrong. Who the hell am I to say that to them? I am nobody. And who is anybody to say to me that me doing tarot is an evil thing? Tarot is, they talk about divination. Divination. A tool. My cards are the tool to connect me to my heart, to connect to you, to give you the messages that you need to make tomorrow a little bit better. Like, it's a little bit easier, if that. Now, let's talk about the Bible in Christianity. That's a tool. That's a divination tool. You look in the Bible, you read through it, and then you believe in certain things, you don't, whatever. And then let's look at the Muslims. My brother, who's a Muslim. What tools does he use? What's the divination tool that my brother uses, who is a converted Muslim? He uses the praying mat. That's a tool that you use to bow to God. Who am I to tell you that's right or wrong? Who am I? What you do for you is correct. What I do for me is correct. Wearing a cross is what I want to do. It's what I feel. It's what I'm connected to. It's okay. Who am I to tell you that what you believe in is wrong? I am no one. And don't allow anyone to ever come into your frame and tell you, even if your mother, your father, your brother, your aunties and your uncles, go, what you believe in is wrong. You're going to go to hell. Honey, we are in hell. We in hell. We're already here. Remember, anything goes here on earth. We kill each other off, yes? So we are in hell. Now, people always say to me, Anna, if you had one wish, what would you want? This is a microphone. Anna, if you had one wish, what would you want to wish for? So simple, guys. As on heaven, here on earth. I think everybody should wish for that. As in heaven, here on earth. That's what I wish for. I don't want money. I don't want the fame. I don't want any of that shit. As on heaven, here on earth. Because heaven is real beautiful, guys. So we need to bring a little bit of heaven down here on earth. And the only way we can do that is by collectively, if you and I and every person walking on earth can amplify out the energy of peace and love and healing and understanding for our own personal journeys, and we be there for each other when we need each other, Mother Earth is going to bask in that energy. What you say and what you do and what you feel is but a stone thrown into the ocean of the collective, and you are important. It ripples out. When you throw a stone into the water, what does it do? It sends out ripples. Yes? So it can be a ripple of love, or it can be a ripple of toxic shit, which is clearly what's going on right now. At some point, because I was born with a congenital heart disease defect, where my heart is not like yours. There were wires and tubes missing. I had 50% leakage in my heart. I had my first open heart surgery. When I was 3 weeks old. 3 weeks old. Don't know how my mum and my father did it. I salute you. I had my second open heart surgery. By the way, these were all 9 hours long. So imagine having a little baby and they're having a 9-hour open heart surgery. And then my second open heart surgery, I was 3 weeks old. 3 months old. And then my third open heart surgery, I was 8 years old. All 9 hours long. I must have been thinking, I ain't going out like that. I've got shit to do here on earth. But when I visited, when I was my fourth open heart surgery at 31, and I had that near-death experience where I was like, I ain't going back down there to earth. And people are like, you have a daughter. How could you not want to come back? And I'm like, because I knew eventually my daughter was going to be here anyway. And life goes by in the blink of an eye. I always say this all the time. 1 minute I was 19. The next minute I'm 42. Where the fuck has my life gone? Do you know where your life has gone? Because I don't. 1 minute I was 19, all of a sudden I'm 42, I've got all this white hair here, and I don't know what happened. And at some point, guys, I have to go and have my fifth. And it's so funny, because you know when you go on Google, and then you put your birthday on Google, what is my playing card? When you put the 26th of December, which is Boxing Day, which is what I am, on Google, and I asked Google, what is my playing card? What is my playing card? What card am I in representation of? I'm the 5 of hearts. 5 of hearts. 26th of December is the 5 of hearts person. 5 open heart surgery? That's fucking mad. It's crazy. Crazy. I'm literally the 5 of hearts. So at some point in my life, I have to go and have open heart surgery. Now, I was told there was a possibility that I could have keyhole, but with the complexity of my heart condition, I can't have it. I can't have open heart surgery. I can't have keyhole surgery. It's not happening. And before I do readings, guys, I'm so sorry. I'll still be here doing readings for you guys. I'm still going to come back because I really need to go for a week. So I'm going to shut this down right now. But when I go in for my 5th open heart surgery, can I just say to you, this would be a holiday for me. So you know how people are scared of hospitals? Is it weird that I like hospitals? Like when my mum goes for an appointment, I'm going and parking up in hospital and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm home. I don't know what's wrong with me. The smell of the hospital, it's like my second home. I mean, come on, I've been in hospital since the moment I was born up until now, still going through for checkups. And they have put me through vigorous testings, guys. I'm talking about while I'm awake, they put a camera in my groin. Yeah, they cut a hole just here in my groin so they can put the camera up into my chest from down there to check my heart. And you know what they do? They put a blue or a purple liquid to see how my heart is. So they put me through vigorous testings. I'm talking about, I hate working out. They put me on a treadmill. They put me on a treadmill, those fuckers. But I love my hospital and I love my nurses and my doctors. But really, they put me on a treadmill going up. Not only did they put me on a treadmill, what do they think I am? Like what, Sylvester Stallone? They put me on a fucking treadmill and they put a mask on my face. And they have to see how long I can run for. And somehow they were like, I don't know how you did that, but you did it. I don't know how I did it. But could you imagine having a heart condition? They put you on a treadmill going up and then they put a mask on you as if this is not torturing enough. And they put me on a treadmill going up. I mean, really? I mean, really? It's insane. Like the shit that I had to go through for them to put me. I have been under that, what's it called? That machine where, you know, you put your whole body in there. What's it called? Where they put me in there for about 2 fucking hours. Okay. Now, some people don't like this. Some people don't like it because they get claustrophobic. Me, MRI. That's the one. They put the amount of MRI tests I've had throughout my life. 2 hours each time from when I was a child up until now. They put me in the MRI and they're like, what music would you like? I'm like, classical music, man. And I'm just lying there and people have panic attacks. I can't breathe. I need to get out. Me, I'm in there and I'm like, oh yeah. I'm just like, nice. This is the time for a break. Now, the reason why I feel like hospital is my home is because after my open heart surgery, they bring me my lunch, my breakfast, my lunch and my dinner. I don't have to clean, I don't have to cook, I don't have to do anything. I'm literally having a break and it's fabulous. And they always put me by the window, which is across the church, because I go to the Royal Brompton Hospital. I don't know if any of you lot know the Royal Brompton Hospital here in the UK for hearts as well as everything else. But that is one of the best hospitals ever. And without them, I surely would be dead. I should not be here because they told my mum and my dad she's not going to live past 10 because it's just not going to happen. That's what they told my mum and dad. Well, I'm 42, bitch, and I'm still alive. So it doesn't matter what came my way. I was like, against all odds, against every odd, everything against me. I was like, hell no, I'm doing it. You tell me not to drive, I'm going to go get my car and I'm getting my license. You tell me I can't swim, I'm going to be a fucking mermaid. I'm going to be a mermaid. You tell me I can't have a child because of my heart condition, I'll introduce you to my daughter who's 20. It's like, no. So, against all odds, I don't care if somebody tells you you're sick, you've got 2 months to live, I'll be like, is it? We'll see about that. And I'm going to do everything in my power to surpass what you think, what you said, your words. So don't take words as that's it. That's it. You told me I'm going to die in 2 months. I'm going to die in 2 months. Because that means you have given up your power to a source that is exactly like you. Because you are part of the God source. And if somebody's telling you ain't going to pass this time frame, prove them wrong. Do I remember anything when I was 8? Yes, I remember seeing spirit when I was in the hospital. Irene? Yes, I remember when I was 8 years old. I remember everything in the physical world that happened to me. So I don't know if you can see this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 3 and then my scar goes all the way down to here. And they also put a tube here. So I've got a scar here, and then here is a massive scar here. Can you see that? That's the deepest scar I got. So, what I remember when I was 8 years old, after my surgery, they put my mum and my dad in a room so they can stay in the hospital with me and my brother. I remember after my surgery, I remember coming out with all of these tubes up my nose, in my mouth. I had tubes in my stomach and I could see 4 tubes and there was blood like coming out of the tubes. It's all very fucking dramatic. I think I'm a fucking soldier if you ask me. Don't know how anyone survives all of that shit. And then, you know, you got the needle in your arm, you got the needle in your hand. I think at one point I had this massive needle and I actually posted it up. I think it was on my Instagram where you can see everything. They put a needle, I swear, it's like this big. And you could see like the needle in my neck. And then there was like wires coming out where they could just go here and then take blood from me. So I have to walk around with this thing on my neck and all of these things dangling down. So anytime they need blood, they just go into my neck and take this. They take the blood. I mean, fuck me, man. Fucking hell. I don't know how my mum survived all of it. I don't know how my parents survived it. So I'm there. Going through all of this, 8 years old. I remember them saying to me, the nurses, 2 on each side, going, okay, Anna, we're going to have to take out these tubes, okay? And I'm like, okay. I didn't realize the fucking pain of it, but I'm going, okay. So I'm there going, the nurses are going, what would you like us to count to, Anna? And I'm going, okay, can you count to 3 and then pull them out? Completely oblivious, 8-year-old, having fun in the hospital. All my mates are opposite me. You know, all the little kids are opposite. All the 8-year-olds that are having open heart surgery as well and surgeries. And they're all around. They close the curtain. And I just want to get back to my friends there who's on the same boat as me. And they're going, okay, so I got one nurse on this side. One nurse is at 8 years old. And they go, okay, 1, 2, 3. And this thing that was in my stomach was so long, I could feel the burn. And I was like, I could feel both of them pulling out this thing. And once I felt that pain and there was still 2 more left, I was like, oh shit. And I'm 8 because now I know the burn, the feeling of it. And when these pipes came out of me, I tell you guys, blood everywhere. It was awful. And then I was like, and then they taped it up, they bandaged it up, whatever they did, I don't know what they did. And then they had to do the other 2 in the middle, and I was like, oh no. And they were like, Anna, what do you want us to count to? And I just pull it out. And I just pull it out, and then and I just remember, it was just the pain of it. It's a lot, it's just too much. But I had to endure this at 8 years old, and then again at 31 years old. But when I was 31, the way that they do open heart surgeries, I mean, technology's evolved, right? From when I was 8. I mean, when I was 8 years old, do you know how they operated on me? Before they operated on me, my mum had these pictures of when they, of me before and after going into the operating room. And my mum showed me a picture. Back in the day, in the 80s, they had to freeze your blood before they do open heart surgery. So they literally put my body in a body bag filled with ice. My mum said to me, when I saw you in that body bag, Anna, I literally pissed my pants because you looked dead. But they had to freeze your body. So they put you in a body bag. They surrounded your whole body with ice. And I could see parts of my skin when I came out of surgery. It was like patches of white and then patches of red. It was like the blood was just going to all the places that I couldn't even imagine what my mum went through. That woman is a soldier. My father, soldier. I don't know how they did it. I couldn't handle when my daughter had her ear pierced. I had to get my brother. I was like, can you go in with Elisa and can you make sure that you watch over her? And I couldn't even handle when my daughter just got her ear pierced, let alone me being in a body bag. I mean, what the fuck? It's so horrible. It's you see, you think it's a traumatic experience for me. I was the person in it. So I'm so glad that it was me and not my brothers or my sisters or my mum, my dad. I'm so glad it happened to me and not my family, anyone in my family. But that's what they did to me. So when I was 8 years old, they put me in a body bag filled with ice. They had to freeze my blood for a couple of hours before they sliced into me. So, like, my mum and my dad endured really harsh lessons. They saw... what am What am I an example of? What proof can I show to you that there is such thing as miracles? The fact that I'm sitting here talking to you. I've always said to my mum, I want to get her on camera so she can tell her side of the story, but she's a little bit shy. I am proof that miracles happen when you are in the last part of your hope or your faith. If you could just pull back the energy a little bit, then faith and hope will amplify for you and will create a miracle. I am living proof, and it's in front of your eyes, that the body has the power to make it yourself sick, but also has the power to heal itself. The body is a miraculous machine that when God created us, he was like, look, the body can go through anything, can endure anything, but the cells, the blood cells, the veins, the white blood cells, the red blood cells, the veins, they all are in communication with each other. And if we just get out of the way and surrendered, the blood cells, the veins, the muscles, they will communicate with each other. And what happens is, when there is an open wound in your physical body, your cells talk to each other. The skin talks to the separate skin will have a communication with each other. The blood cells, the veins, every cell in your body, the DNA strands will communicate with each other and go, right, guys, there is an open wound somewhere. I can feel it in the body. Let's send some soldiers to go and figure out where it is. And then bam, let's stitch each other up. And that's how everything stitches together. I mean, for crying out loud, I have a picture on my Instagram of this thing ripping open because I had a shower. I know. This was a scab, okay? This surgery, this scar, it had a scab because when you cut yourself open, it has to heal with a scab, right? And like an idiot, because I haven't had a bath for so long, I was in the hospital for so long, I was like, let me go and have a bath with a fucking scab, okay? What happens when the scab gets wet? It softens and then it reopens like a dickhead. So I'm having a bath, and then as I'm drying myself with the towel, I'm like going, my scabs are coming off. It's softened. And what happens? Because my boobs are so big, it literally, every time I lie down, it separated my scar. So I literally had an open wound. And when I went to the doctors, they looked at me and went, really? And I'm like, what? I really needed a shower, bath. They were like, Anna, man. So the doctors are going like this. So the wound is opened and the doctors are going like this. They're like, can you feel anything? And I'm going, nope. Can you feel anything now? And I'm like, I felt nothing. This is an open wound. You can literally see my flesh. And they were all touching it, going like this, going on the outside. Anna, are you feeling this? Are you feeling anything now? And I'm like, They're like, you know, you're going to have to stay in the hospital for another week or two. And I'm like, why? We have to restitch that. We can't just sellotape it together. We've got to stitch the bloody thing. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I had to, because I was happy to go home and eat my mum's food. But again, I do love the hospital. So I had to stay there. They had to restitch it. And I've got a picture of all of this on my Instagram from when it was open wide to when it was stitched back together. It was just crazy. Like, the things, I could write a book, which is what they told me I have to do at some point. But when I say they, I'm talking about my guides. So just to let you know that these are my guides, that my brother drew them for me. So I've got Pa, I've got Running Water, and I've got White Horse. So these are my guides. And they said to me, you need to buy a typewriter, which I did, like a vintage typewriter, so I can write a book at some point in my life. But yes, so my guides told me you're going to have to write a book at some point. I don't remember everything. I remember the big things in my life, of course. But it's about anything that comes your way. You got this, man. I just want to let you know that. The last thing I want to say is that it doesn't matter what comes your way. You got this. If I can survive open heart surgery 4 times and I got a 5th one to come, you got this. You got this, okay? So, if I bored you and you heard this story over and over again, I'm so sorry. But I know there's some people in you who didn't hear my story who wants to know, who am I? What the hell is this girl doing here? What's she talking about? Just wanted to give you a piece of information, astrological. I will be reposting this on my YouTube channel later on. I'm sorry I said 11 o'clock. It's past 11, but I'm going to still be on here doing readings now. I will log off now go to the toilet and log on again. So if you guys want an in-depth reading, by all means join me. Before I go, members and subscribers, the first 15 minutes are dedicated to you. If you are a member or a subscriber, 15 minutes is going to be dedicated to you first. Everyone who's not a member or subscriber will be dealt with later on. And if you want an in-depth reading, it will be the meteor shower, and that will get you 12 cards. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for sticking around and listening to my story. I'll see you in about three minutes. Okay, guys, I'm going to go to the toilet. All right, see you in a minute.